Good morning. I having a very distinguished guest with me today, and I'm really privileged to have his time to talk a lot of perspective about his tenure of his work and the future. And this will help not only me but as well as a lot of all of you who are listening this short conversation. Deepak Raghav. Yeah, he is the person with me right now. He's a life coach. He's a
Hello.
professional, inspirational speaker, and a certified wellness coach. He has done a lot of the training programs, seminars, leadership programs with a lot of reputed companies. He traveled across the globe and given a lot of sessions to Frankfurt Institute of Air Hostess, and I think he's also a founder of Life Skill Dynamics. So we will hear from him. I want to hear from him how his journey been so far, what has made Deepak Raghav a Deepak Raghav, right? So Deepak, welcome to this session, and it's really a
Thank you.
privilege to have with you.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank you so
over
much,
to you.
Virajit. And good morning to you and good morning to all dear friends. Yeah. Uh, that's a very beautiful question. At the same time, I find it, you know, I just take myself in flashback. Basically, I started my career, Dhirajji, as a banker. Way back in 1985, I was just 19 years old. So that was the career which I never wanted to go in banking sector. And since my childhood, I suppose I had a dream to become a professor. So maybe uh, I was doing my job, and I was one of the best employees of the bank wherever I worked.
Mhm.
But there's something called your passion. I never found that passion in my job career, especially when I was working with the bank. And in 2002, I was given a and as I have come from a very humble family background and with a conditioned mindset that yes, get a good education and get a good job, and that kind of background I had. So initially, I was very reluctant to join this industry, but over a period of time, because the person was very persistent and consistent in following me up, and I entered into this industry, and I then started since beginning when I started to work with my passion. I knew that this industry has an immense potential in India. And thereafter, we reached to a certain level. We achieved means good uh, benchmarks or so. Then I had opportunity to travel in many countries with that multinational company. So I could understand the potential of this industry globally, not only in India but globally. So that is how I started in this industry and worked for almost for 12 years uh, there, and I learned a lot because whatever I could do after that. For example, I got associated with Franklin Institute of Fair Test Trading as a personality development and grooming trainer. I was associated with them for 7 years. And in between, I had started my corporate training programs also. And I was associated with lot many companies, like brands like Reliance and many banks, Canara Bank, State Bank, or LIC, Life Insurance Corporations, and so many companies were there. So that entire career which I built thereafter, it was, I think that this was the education of this industry, which gives a complete transformation to anybody. So after 12 years, because of some personal reasons, maybe painful reasons, I had to leave this industry, and I was not working for 4 years in this industry. And uh, then uh, just recently, I just watched a video of Dr. Sajid Nair, and I know him since 2003, I think. There was an edition of India Today, which was focused on direct selling industry, the potential of direct selling industry in India, in way back in 2003 or 2004. In that edition, he was also featured, Dr. Sajid Nair, and I read that. That year he had paid, I think, 42 lakhs rupees income tax. I read that
My
in the
goodness.
in that magazine.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw that house which he was building. He was constructing for his family, and it was a huge house, and it was written it is having 7,000 square yards of very big house. It was really very inspiring. And the very first time when I listened to him, it was not in India. Actually, I listened
Okay.
to him when he was being recognized at a very high level. And I listened to him in Penang, Malaysia, first time, and I found that he's one of the most powerful speakers in the country. I was mesmerized when I just listened to him. And since then, I was following him, and I used to watch his videos, and I know that he's a legend. He's a very, very big visionary. So whatever he does, he's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Now I know more about it. So when I just came to know about it, then I started.
So I know that you are an avid reader as well, right? You
Yeah,
love
yeah,
books,
absolutely.
right? So how book
Yes,
helps you to
very
give a
true. I
best
love
version of your
reading
life?
books. See, whatever we have as a personality, and I have learned it from my mentors and from the books also. The personality is actually the conditioning of your subconscious mind. If we talk about the inner traits and conditioning of subconscious mind, when we talk about it, it is the information which is going into our subconscious mind from first of all from the family side, or from the peer group, from the teachers, from the schools initially. And over a period of time, when you just grow up, you have a personality. Now, if that personality is not strong enough, or whatever you wanted, or and you look at other people, and you think that, oh, he's a magnetic person, or he's a charismatic person, or he's a very good personality person. So the only ways, there are two ways what I have learned from my mentors. There are two ways to change the personality, to change the attitude, or everything. Number one is power of association.
True.
The people you spend your time with. This is number one. Number two is reading books, because when you keep on reading books, whatever has gone already in the past in your subconscious mind, it is the conditioning, right? And now you cannot delete it. It is a ROM kind of memory, of the computer chip. So you cannot delete it, but definitely you can dilute it. And you can dilute it to that extent when you start feeling that, okay, it is almost erased now. So
Right.
reading books, I think that reading books is a very, very important thing. And
True.
if we could inculcate these kind of books, self-help books, and in our curriculum itself, in our education system, I think that would give a lot of value addition to the formal education. So I have a very good library, hundreds of books I have, and I love reading books. I love buying books basically, and you know uh, that's how I just developed this hobby.
Long back when I started my journey of reading books as well, I heard from
Okay.
somebody that the author age, average age, is approximately 40 years. So
Yeah.
suppose if you read say 10 books in a year, or even suppose five books in a year, you're having 5 into 40, 200 years experience added to your age, right?
Oh,
So as much
yeah.
as you
Very true.
read, you get the experience of the other person, and that's how you can add on your experience of knowledge. So I totally
Exactly.
like to point that it really work on the subconscious mind.
I would like to add one more point here, Dheeraj. There are two ways of learning in life. The first one is learning from your own experiences,
True.
and the second way is learning from the experiences of great people. If
Right.
we opt for the first option, we go for the first option, then life is very, very short to
True.
make all the hit and trials. But when you start learning from the life of great people, then you become the smartest person. That's the
Right.
best utilization of your time. So in that case also, reading books is a very, very good, it's a very good deal, I suppose. It's very important.
Right. And
Yeah.
I saw your photograph recently in some social media that you're reading a very fantastic book on the health part. Can you just reveal
Oh
something
my,
about that?
oh my gosh. Well, this book is The Making of Superhuman, and again written by by a great person, the great legend, the great means. I'm a big fan of him. The author is Dr. Sajeev Nair, and he had written one more book that is the title was Tathastu. I
Right.
had that read that book also years back. When
Hmm.
I saw that this is a book with the title "This Making a Superhuman," I knew that this is going to be like a bestseller book, and I bought it and I started to read it. And honestly saying, I was not knowing that biohacking is a term which is being used in this present medical world. I was never knowing it. So, the making of superhuman is a book which is, I think, it's going to be it reveals a lot of secrets of longevity and healthy life, energized, staying productivity of the person, staying productive as a human being. And this is a great book, and I think even the doctors are going to love it because I have seen it. I just gifted one book to one of my doctor friends, and he was reading that book, and I received a call from him. Oh my God, Deepak, this is a great book. And who is this gentleman? I said, well, one day I'll make you introduced to him. But first, because before meeting to him, you need to understand the philosophy what he has.
True.
So yeah, so it's a great book. It's going to change the entire perspective if somebody reads this book about health and fitness or wellness.
And I
Yeah,
think this book has today been launched on Amazon also. So
yeah,
people
yeah.
can
I
refer,
got it.
can buy, they
Yeah,
can have Kindle version as well. So even
yes.
recently I started reading that book, and I can see a lot of information that we are not aware of, and we can break those myths and take care of our health.
True. Very true. I think there are more than 200 biohacks. Means the tips how you can biohack your physiology, your biology, your psychology. And see, I had shared one video on my Facebook profile, and I received a comment from two three doc. I received comments from two three doctors. One of the doctors, leading gynecologist, she said that Deepak ji, I have been following this for last 4 or 5 years,
Okay.
epigenome, and and she was talking about some nutritional supplements also, like NAD complex. She was taking it from US for her and for her mother. So it is already there in that book.
Right. And
So
post COVID, I think people has become a lot of aware about their health, and
yes,
we had seen a lot of changes happening in thought process of people. They are taking things very seriously. They talk about immunity. They talk about keeping them fit and fine, and people has really worked on themselves, on their lifestyle, to make sure that they should live long, right? So keeping that in a mind, how you see that things will change or rather has changed post COVID, on the wellness front, on the health front, how people are taking health as the priority.
I believe, yeah, yeah, definitely. This during this COVID time, people have become very sensitive about health. They started to think about it that life is very unpredictable. So they've taken the health and wellness as a priority in their life.
True.
But at the same time, I would like to share my views on this. I think this is the biggest boon and as well as a bane to the human race, means human beings, that our memory is very short, right? Because right now people are very very happy, very apprehensive about health and all issues related to health and wellness. But it happens that after some time they forget. Yeah, I think you would agree with me on that point.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with you.
When we are over with this, and in next few months or after 1 year or 2 years, they will forget about it. So the point is, again, uh, why health and wellness? कई बार जैसे I ask people, would you like to live for 100 years? I have asked this question to hundreds of people, and the majority of them they just smile and say, "Oh, I think जब तक रहें healthy रहें, बस उतनी life चाहिए."
I think
At a later, yeah,
because they think that living 100 years is actually a burden to themselves, because they
exactly,
always had seen that people living for long age has a lot of problems. They don't think that people can live healthy and fit for 100 years. Maybe, I mean,
exactly.
you can correct
That's
me.
what. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I was trying to tell, that they are scared of living 100 years because they know that the quality of life and the limitations, they don't want to be, dependent on their family members. So people are scared of living for 100 years. Now the time has come. As Dr. Sajina always mention about these things, that we are going into that age where death would not be that easy to,
It'll be an optional.
uh, it would be an option. It would become optional. Yeah.
Yeah.
So uh, I think my question was not right. Now I started to think that, would you like to live for 100 years? I think the right question is, would you like to live for 100 years, stay young and productive?
Yes. Yes.
If I ask, I just change my words, a few words, and I'm sure that everybody is going to say, yes, I want to live for 100 years if I stay young and productive.
True.
So now this is possible, and everybody who reads this book, please take my words, everybody who reads this book, The Making of Superhuman by Dr. Sajeev Nair, if he reads this book and assimilates the knowledge and wisdom from this book, will never say, I don't want to live for 100 years. Yeah.
Right. Right. No, no, that's fantastic thought. And I'm sure even I started reading that book, and I had seen a lot of things coming up in terms of the right way of eating, the right way of sleeping. There are many things are there which we somehow get misleaded by a lot of information that is there around us. Right.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
I assume that people should take an information from this book, and they can take the charge of their own health. That is important, right?
Yeah.
So,
One more thing,
yeah.
Dheeraj, I would like to mention here. There are four questions which are very important to be asked by everybody to oneself. I
Hmm.
need to ask these questions to myself. Suppose we are talking about health and fitness or wellness, and suppose I am thinking about the health and fitness for me. The right questions would be, what actually do I want to achieve in my life as far as my health and fitness is concerned? That is the first question.
Right.
The second question would be, what would be the cost to achieve that?
Very important.
Yeah. The third question would be, am I ready to pay that price? And the fourth question would be, when am I ready to pay that price from?
Oh, awesome.
So if we don't go through all these four questions, everybody will say that, yes, I want to live healthy and fit, and they will always be very affirmative about it. But I think that is not the right means way to just make a statement. These are the four questions which everybody needs to ask to oneself.
Right.
Am,
Right.
am I ready to pay? Yeah, yeah. Please.
Awesome. I mean, you had summarized this question so nicely that people has to really ask this question to themselves. And
Yeah,
somewhere I always feel that the way things are moving on, the modern science is progressing. And if we, as an Indian, we know that our ancient Ayurveda wisdom is such a rich in terms of the health and wellness, segment. So
yeah,
when we combine both these modern science and the ancient Ayurvedic ancient wisdom, I think we can come up as a world leader and
yeah,
can do this longevity as you mentioned. So I think the company that you also have got associated with, Vieroots,
yeah,
right? I
yeah.
think it talks about that
Efficient
the amalgamation of modern science with ancient wisdom of wellness. So how is your journey with this company altogether?
Well, when I came to know about Vieroots and when I talked to Dr. Sajeev Nair and when I just, got to know about the philosophy. So I found that this is a beautiful blend of, as you said, ancient Indian wisdom and Western technology. We have that sense of pride that India is, if we go into the past of India, I mean, ancient India. Uh, India was India was known to be a hub for intellectual properties or the wisdom and of course the Ayurveda also. But there was something like the mindset of our countrymen that when we talk about yoga in India, it's not that popular. But when it goes to the Western countries and comes back as yoga, it becomes popular.
True.
The same way when it's there in India itself for thousands of years, it's Ayurveda. People don't give their attention to this. When it goes to the Western countries and comes back as Ayurveda,
True.
then they start to, give their attention to this. Yes, I had been into selling nutritional supplements when I started my journey in this industry, and I was very passionate about it because I studied a lot. I was a certified nutritionist as well. I used to conduct my wellness workshops at even at doctors' places also. Like, so we were having that kind of trainings. So that was my passion. But I think, as Dr. Sajin Nair also says that when he just started his journey with Ayurveda. So when we talk about Ayurveda and when we talk about the philosophy of health and wellness management ecosystem in India, Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, we already have this in our country,
True.
and it is being
Yes.
now recognized by the Western countries, right? So what Virus did, making a beautiful combination, a blend of ancient Indian wisdom plus Western technology. For example, uh, yes, of course, the Ayurveda, the science of Ayurveda, and a lot of research has been done into that field by Dr. Sajid Nayan, by his team of doctors and geneticists. And of course, the technology which is there being used by the Western countries, we cannot ignore that, right? Now we are entering into the cognitive age where artificial intelligence and the robotics and all things are there, and they are
True.
also working on they have already started to work on editing on genes and all. Means genetics is the new normal thing what
Right.
we talk about. Even the doctors are very keen about it, so they have started to talk on this. So Vieroots is a beautiful platform. Vieroots is a beautiful opportunity for us to take it to the people, to the masses of a country, so that they could understand that yes, we should be proud of our past, the glory of the past of Indian ancient wisdom.
True.
And yes, we are progressive enough to take that technology from the Western world,
Yeah.
right?
I was told that the thought process of Vieroots is that people even at the age of 60, 70 should live a life just like they were having in 30s and 40s. And even
Yeah,
they should celebrate their 100th birthday after running a 5 kilometer run, and then cut the cake,
wow.
right? So
That's my
this,
dream too. That's
yeah.
my dream too.
And
Yeah,
recently I
that's
had seen
possible.
one video just to share with you, Deepakji, that
Please.
one person at the age of 97, he has been part of a race where he has done a racing, running, right? So
Yeah,
phenomenal seeing that,
phenomenal.
right? So
Yeah,
so
absolutely
just
phenomenal.
to before ending this, I have one more question with you. I know I have a
Yeah.
lot of things. We will conduct this type of interview with you sooner. So, what message you want to give to people? The year is ending, new year is going to come, and many more years will come. So, any message that you would like to give for all the people and all who are looking for a wellness as their life and want to live long and stay young?
Yes. Uh, my message would be to the people of our country would be like, uh, dear friends, life is too short to wake up with the regrets, because at times life doesn't give even the second chance. So when we think about health and fitness, especially for oneself or for the family members or for the dear and near ones, please don't procrastinate.
True.
See, procrastination has become a social disease in our society. And we call it a ostrich mentality, or pigeon mindset. Pigeon sees a cat and closes the eyes and thinks that
It is
he's
fast.
safe.
Yeah.
He's safe. Is he really safe? I find many people out there in my close vicinity when I talk about these concepts. Certainly there are some people who respond in a very positive way. They are very proactive actually, but there are a lot of people also when well they feel it, they find it very good for them, but they procrastinate. They don't take one step ahead.
Right.
सो आई थिंक हमें दो क्वेश्चन जरूर पूछना चाहिए धीरज जी अपने आप से. नंबर वन, चलिए, if I am not happy with my longevity, I am not I don't, suppose nobody actually thinks like that. Before asking this question to myself, do I want to live long, I think I should ask this question to myself is, do I like my family members to live long? Would I like my father to live for 100 years plus? Would I like my spouse or kids or brother or sisters to live for 100 years, staying young and productive? Actually, this is a kind of a stretching of mind, stretching of thought process. So if the answer is no, I know that nobody can say no.
True.
Yeah. So the best thing is, as early as possible, if you take this decision, actually you are saving a lot of wasted time in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. For example, if I have two grown up kids, now I understand these things because you know that we all have have been following Applimo now, which has been given by Vieroots. It's an amazing program, Applimo, epigenetic personalized lifestyle modification. So I am so relaxed. I am so happy inside me that I know about me. I have a body operating manual for me, right?
True.
And I think that how soon I could give it to my kids. I could give it to my spouse, my father, my brother, and all other family members, my friends. So, dear friends, don't wait for something. When that thing comes, you don't have time to think about it.
True. Very true.
Life is not a test drive. Life is not a dress rehearsal. It's a one-time opportunity. So if your friend, if your loved one, or if you're anybody in your close vicinity, or any stranger is talking about this thing, please give your attention, think about it, and take some action. That's very important. If you don't take that action, uh, again I would say that the pain of regret is the deepest pain. So for the year 2021, the year 2020 has taught us many lessons. I think you would agree with that.
Yes, yes, yes.
But
Totally.
yeah, but the best part is, uh, through this process of adversity in the 2020, what we become, how we come out of it, that would be the real achievement in anybody's life. Now we can look forward in 2021, that yes, there are a lot of opportunities. People in India, we were expecting that this kind of awareness about technology, they will be ready to accept maybe 5, 7, 8 years down the line. Now they have accepted it.
Yeah.
Now we are talking to each other sitting 225 kilometers away from each other. We are just talking to each other like we are sitting together in a room. So we have Vieroots as a wonderful platform. Vieroots, which focuses, our prime purpose is helping people to live long, staying young and productive.
True.
That's why I just shared one statement on my Facebook just 3-4 days back. Finally, I found my ikigai. Maybe,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Finally, I found my ikigai. That's my ikigai. Now I have a reason to get up in the morning for something which I love the most. So thanks to the person जिसका brain child ये था, ये बना Vieroots. Yeah, definitely. Big thanks to Dr. Sajid Nair. Big thanks to the management of Vieroots. Big thanks to the book, The Making of Superhuman. So my heart is full of so gratitude for them, that we
Great.
have that opportunity, and you all have that opportunity, and please share it with others. Right people with the right mindset will grab it.
True.
If somebody is not being proactive, okay, fine, you leave your message and go ahead, you move ahead. Just keep on spreading it, because our country needs it. We are the youngest nation, man, in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, there would be no match for us in the whole world.
Right. Right. Very nice.
So yeah, there would be a beautiful combination of, when we talk about demography, we'll be having a beautiful combination of young people and uh, and the senior
Correct.
citizens.
Yeah.
Senior citizens. So the wisdom of senior citizens and the knowledge of young people and the energy of young people. This would be a beautiful combination to take our country, in the sky, to the skies, to take off.
Yes. Yes.
So my message is, please understand it, and don't procrastinate. This is the best time for us. Grab this opportunity,
Great. Great. Thank you
and
so
the
much.
life will, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And just to summarize whatever you mentioned, and to all of my viewers, is that if you become casual in life,
Yeah.
casualty might come to your life, right? So
Very
don't
true.
don't wait for that casualty to happen, and so don't be so casual towards your health, towards your family's health. And it was really a wonderful discussion, Deepak ji, and thank you so much for your time. We look forward for having
Thank
more
you.
sessions with you, and I wish
Thank you.
you a very, very happy new year and more years to come. I really wish you and everyone who's watching this to stay young, live long, be more productive, and have full of energy in the coming days, right? So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Diraji, for your generous words, and thank you, dear all friends, and have a great day. Thank you. God
Thank,
bless you all.
thank you. Thank you.